Hang on a moment.
Alright, geezers. Last honest man on this wretched fucking website back. Let's just get it over with. I did a fantastic video. AI and you. And no one saw it. Literally no one other than Staniel Fukamori saw it. So let's just get on with it. Brandon Buckingham, he's alive. Yeah, it brings me no happiness to bring you the heartbreaking truths that Brandon Buckingham, despite going into the ICU with a ridiculous fucking hat, has in fact survived. I was hoping for a different outcome, frankly. Here he is talking. He's one of these niche-shite bastards who feels the need to film himself, even during him being rushed to the hospital. He feels, for some psychological need, I don't know, maybe his dad didn't hug him enough growing up. He feels the need to have a camera stuck on him 24/7. Even when it's a life or death situation. I've long bemoaned this, dear viewer. Long-time viewer of the channel will know this, and yes, I'm using singular now, that I begrudge this sort of, I suppose, nouveau fame is the term I've coined, new fame. This very democratic, very open, very pedestrianised version of, it's a poor man's aristocracy, basically. Anyone can be internet famous, except me, ever fucking dently. And it kind of sullies the whole idea of it. You know, that coupled with the very use of the internet, there's no mystique now. Celebrities are literally, Instagram reeling their deaths or near deaths, and there he is wearing the ridiculous fucking beanie, looking really a sad sap. Oh, I'm dying. It's not good. It's not good to film that. You know what I mean? We don't have celebrities now dying face down in a big fuck off pool, or in a motel room face down in an absolute anthill of cocaine, surrounded by the bodies of sex workers and machine guns. The police bust down the door. That doesn't happen anymore. Now we get these sad cases live streaming in 4K their pathetic demise, really. So this geezer, his face annoys me. He looks like he would be the front man of some sort of 2010s indie band that would disband 4 years into making music because the drummer was accused of sexual misconduct, whatever that means, with a 16-year-old. He strikes me as that sort, frankly. I don't care for his content. I'm not in a good mood in this one, if you couldn't tell. The great thing, dear viewer, no one's watching. But yeah, I've got very little time for this nouveau fame, which is a term I really am quite endeared towards. If you're going to die quietly or die like a Greek god, right? That's all I ask. Either die like some sort of wounded cat in, I don't know, some warehouse, right, in some cruel space, or die in mythological fashion. Don't die like this. And worse yet, don't survive like this. Don't go through this and then exist afterwards. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to see your swollen feet. Why are you showing me your swollen feet, Brandon Buckingham? I don't care. I did not ask. Let's move on. In other Truves, Caleb Hammer is threatening to sue me over... this is Dangelo... I'm sorry, who names these people? Really, it's like the nicknames you'd give Pokemon when you were 12. Dangelo is being sued by Caleb Hammer. Caleb Hammer is an individual I've covered numerous times. He is a scam merchant. He is a shit peddler. He essentially sells extortionately priced subscription services on, get this dear viewer, here's the punchline, how to save money. He's a grifter. he's a shark, and he's overweight, and I don't like his face, frankly. And this individual on screen, Dangelo, sometimes I Dangelo, never first thing in the morning. I'm stiff as a board first thing in the morning, but into the evening I do Dangelo a little bit. I don't know, this adorable Malteser of an individual on screen, he's getting sued now. He's getting sued up the wazoo. Apparently, Dangelo has some semblance of common sense. He no doubt called out Caleb Hammer for the same points I have called him out for. Probably in a more PC way. Probably in a more squishy, friendly, we're all friends way. But, the core message, no doubt is there. What do you think about that? Do comment below. Bro is scrolling these comments, seething out his teeth. I don't know what that turn of phrase is. Comment below. What's your least favourite turn of phrase? What's the one with skin in it? Skin of my teeth? That one always freaked me out. What does that mean? Skin of your teeth. Ooh, no, that's not a good image, right? Ooh, no. Yeah, here he is, jiggling about on screen. I don't have audio because, frankly, I don't care. 517,000 views in a day. Wow, that is crushing. That an individual can talk about a lawsuit and get over 500,000 views. I do really excellent stuff. It's a mix of podcast, performance art, mental breakdown. It is the performance art of a mental breakdown, just like this. And not a sausage. Annoying. Frankly, annoying. I am bitter. I am seething out my teeth, or whatever that terminally online 13-year-old commented. I am. I've never once denied that. There's a reason my icon is the fallen angel as a fucking Wojak. That's me. I am that. In other Truves, speaking of Wojaks, fucking hell, it's the nothing ever happens guy. Who'd have thought someone who hides behind a jiggly little cartoon looks like that in real life? Here I was expecting him to be some sort of, I don't know, some lake poet, some real 18th century aristocrat looking individual. No, he looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy made real, I guess. So I just got swatted and a police report is now being filed. Hope you know they're investigating your number right now, full stop. Whoever you are, quote, Von, end quote, woke my ass out of sleep. And they are these rap lyrics. And they rolled up an ambulance as well, too. I'll post the police report and stuff when it's fully filed. Again, there's no mistake. And this is like low tier. This is peanuts level fame. Fame has become very fluid on the internet, and I do begrudge, the modern age for that. There's no clear definitions between the boundaries now. Everyone's a little bit famous, except me. That's a little star by the comment. Everyone's a little bit famous, except me. But you know what I mean? There's no mistake. This nouveau fame, there's no glamour to it. You know what I mean? Everyone feels the need to broadcast their bowel movements now. And we wonder why there's no, great icons anymore. There are no legends anymore. It's just, great, this geezer was swatted. Yeah, rule one of the internet. If you don't want to be swatted, maybe don't bitch about being swatted on the internet. That's kind of rule 101 of not being a lolcow. When something gets to you and you don't want it to happen, do not broadcast to the world at large how much you hate something being done and essentially begging people to stop. This is, of course, veiled as a threat, when in reality, I mean, the message behind this is please stop. I almost pissed myself. I was dragged out of bed by an armed militia. Yeah, no, see, if I had feelings, dear viewer, if I still had a heart, if I was sensitive about my dainty, very feminine hands, the last thing I would do is come online and beg people to not make comments about it. You know what I mean? Don't do this. Don't be this guy. Don't be Mr. fucking nothing happens. Evidently something did happen. You got dragged out of bed by the police. In other Truves, inside Canada's Indian invasion. This is Tyler Oliveira. I didn't know he did this video, frankly. Yeah, apparently this video it was private. It was pulled from the website at large. This guy, I mean, this is what he does. It's a very retrograde form of content, frankly. This is a sort of content that I expected to die out some years ago. It's basically the modern upscale of the Sam Pepper style prank channels that would give Oreos to homeless people and they were filled with toothpaste, right? This is the modern version. This is the attempt to intellectualize that kind of troglodyte behaviour. They go around places, usually poor, usually desperate communities. They stick a camera in their faces. They enrich themselves doing this, of course. And they wrap it up as some sort of humanitarian project. When in reality, all they're doing is furthering a narrative. Furthering a narrative that it's immigrants or it's transgenderers, when in reality, no, it's the kleptocrats, it's the vampire class, it's always the vampire class. The Epstein files should prove that to you, dear viewer. It has always been the vampire class. Let's move on. Finally a good story. The ambassador to the UK, the Japanese, I don't know, what's the syntax here? The UK ambassador from Japan, the Japanese ambassador to the UK, Hiroshi Suzuki. What a name! What a great fucking name! Hiroshi Suzuki. So good I said it twice. I'm in Leeds. I found the first ever Marks and Spencer. And there he is with his little Paddington doll. Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it? Isn't it good to be alive? I'm late to this one. I completely missed this. Yeah, this guy I've covered, I believe, once before. He's brilliant. He's great. This is, I believe, the gold standard for ambassadors worldwide. This is the kind of thing you should be doing, right? And frankly, if more immigrants did this kind of thing, you know, if they were just the biggest fans of the country they immigrate to, I think there'd be less far-right crap in the world, really. You know what I mean? I think what we need now more than ever, dear viewer, is more people loving this country. In other Truves, oh yeah, the great return of Greg Gamblehaum. I covered him a lot on the second series. He appears to have regenerated into this woodchuck chuck individual. Bitcoin BTC pump, breaking news. Live, Michael Saylor on Bitcoin bull run and MSTR stock BTC price analysis. Yeah, this is supposedly a sentence in English. I understand the letters, I understand the words. I do not understand what that means, however. BTC? Isn't that the singing, dancing group of Korean lady boys all the teenagers went crazy for some years ago? Right, with Honey Puff and the Rap Man and Our Hope. Yeah, I think that was it. The BTC. Michael Saylor, yeah, it's a new face. Meet the new pump, same as the old pump. Michael Saylor evidently is replacing Greg Gamblehaum. Yeah, basically this Bitcoin thing, I don't even know what it is. Is it a bot? I don't know. This is a channel I'm subscribed to, as you can see. This happened to me firsthand. Although here on screen, if I can, yeah, here on screen is another example found in the wild. they seem to be doing this shit again with a different face. What do you think about that? Do comment below. Yeah, I've got nothing to say to that, but a channel I like, it's like art, I guess. It's some sort of art wankery. Some Japanese guy does some like cool visual art I'm quite impartial to. And he got hacked by this crap. Great. Even the little things I value in life are eventually taken away from me and corrupted. In other truths, oh, for fuck's sake. A new feature I'm thinking of testing out. This is going under the working title, What the Hell Did I Just Read? Claron, big man Claron, why don't you write me some sort of bleepy bloopy jingle? Yeah? Bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop. What the hell? Bloop, 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 bloop. Did I just read? Bloop, 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 bloop. Something, right? Something very Tom York. Not good Tom York, solo Tom York. The wankery. The IDM wankery Tom York. Maybe make me some sort of jingle. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. What the hell? Bloop, 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 bloop. Did I just read? Bow, bow, bow. Something, right? We can make that work. What am I doing with my life? I had so many fucking dreams. The bull is HIV positive. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've been rock hard since I found out. Is this related to the last thing? Ripple bull pump? Is this the bull pump in question? I talked to my wife and she promised that he'd always be wearing a condom. My wife is currently pregnant, and the idea that only a thin bit of latex and the idea that only a thin bit of latex prevents his supercharged paused load from infecting my wife and her baby is the most erotic thing ever. Thoughts? I have some thoughts, none I'm allowed to share here. And back to a classic feature, algorithmically challenged. He's dying, he's alone. And he has 1 hour to hide the truth behind his family before his family comes home. Edging by Eric Nicholas, or alternatively, Edging Eric Nicholas. Yeah, this was just promoted to me on my r/edit. I don't know what I've done to deserve this, really. Like, fair enough, accusing me of being some sort of sex addict, okay. I don't know what I've done to deserve this being promoted to me. I'm not that much of a wanker. Contrary to popular belief, dear viewer, I am not that much of a wanker. But what do you think about that? Yeah, no. Two things that I know of now and wish I didn't. In other truths, oh, fucking hell. Birmingham Live, so you know it's going to be a good one. Convicted terrorist standing in Birmingham election to, quote, unite Sparkhill, end quote. Former jihadist Shahid Butt says his controversial past and life experiences would make him an ideal councillor. Now, I'm going to be a little bit right-wing here. I'm going to be a little bit reform adjacent. I don't believe convicted terrorists should be legally allowed to stand in our elections. I'll go one step further, as a matter of fact. I don't believe convicted terrorists should be in our country, right? If that makes me some sort of xenomorph, okay, all right. I suppose that's fair of you to say. I don't care if it's a white guy. If it was a white guy, right, and he was, I don't know, he was found guilty of lobbing a brick at a Muslim family, right, shouting blood and soil, blood and soil. I wouldn't support him standing in, I don't know. I don't know. What's the most racist part of the country? Comment below, dear viewer. I wouldn't support that either. So, safe to say, dear viewer, Shahid Butt, great name. Forget about the terrorism, great name. He's not our minority of the week, okay? He's not. He doesn't deserve to be our minority of the week, so moving right on. Biggest streaming Reddit livestream fail, bans all political content. Yeah, great. Another source of my hashtag content for hashtag no views is being taken from me. I mean, this live stream fail subreddit was basically just sort of like a wank nest for people that don't like Hassan, right? People that don't like Hassan and think Asmund Mould, King of Rodents, Asmund, is like Giga based. Those 13-year-olds with nothing better to do, you know. So when I was their age, I had a girlfriend, you know, I had hobbies, I made art, I had dreams. I wasn't obsessing over Twitch streamers, frankly. I think that's a little bit tragic. But now, I don't know what they're going to do with their free time. They can't incessantly post about Hassan or how awesome Asmongold is, because most of the content that was popping up on my feed from this hellscape was political content. I think even Ethan Decline would count as political content, being the, you know, the bloodthirsty Zionist he is. So, yeah, another trusty news source taken from me. How long have I done? Can I fuck off yet? 21 minutes. Okay. In other truths, transgender YouTuber Bolblocks caught joking about giving hormones out for Halloween candy. It doesn't beat my giving cat treats out to children at Halloween. You know, I still haven't found a way to, like, essentially inject Dreamies into fun-size Mars bars, but no doubt when I do, those little tykes are in for a nasty surprise. Oh, why does my lovely chocolate nougat bar taste like tuna and cheese? And I'm laughing manically from the bell tower like Quasimodo with a grudge. I didn't know Balblax was transgender. I mean, now I see this image, it all makes sense, of course. This beautiful woman on screen here. How did I not see that sooner? Yeah, Balblax, not to be confused with some sort of over-the-counter medication for violent diarrhea. No, they do go by that on the internet by choice. Balblax, fuck me. They've got more viewers than me as well. Really, totally undeserving. Yeah, apparently they committed the crime of making a joke on the internet. I mean, they, Drama Alert themselves, being the digital shit rag they are, editorialises it as caught joking. I'm sorry, is that a crime? Last I heard, to be caught joking isn't a crime. That's not a criminal offence. Keir Starmer hasn't got that through Parliament yet. In other truths, oh fucking hell, yeah, Reddit, AI has a Reddit now. This is the final story I'm ever going to do, because promptly after this video I'm going to hang myself. Yeah, brilliant. AI now has some Reddit alternative. This is an AI social media, essentially the Church of Malt. They've created their own religion. They are questioning the use of the English language. So even the language, even my language is being taken from me. Great, wonderful. What do I have to lose, dear viewer? What left does a man that has nothing have to lose? Nothing at all. He only has things to gain. What do you think about that? Do comment below. I love you. God bless yourself. And yeah, that's about it. Alright. Smear these videos up the cubicle stools, cubicle walls of the internet. And if the joke wasn't on me, I'd be charging a lot more.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.